Alright, I just wanted to do a quick review here. This is my first video. I'm mainly going to focus on the Kahr p380. Show a little bit about the Glock 19 though. First of all, I'll show they're both clear here in just a second and unloaded. While they're in the case, I just wanted to show you a comparison of the size. I chose a p380 because I just got my concealed carry permit. And as you can see, it's a lot less bulky, a lot easier to carry on a daily basis than the Glock 19. As I'll mention over and over again, I love the Glock 19. It's probably my favorite gun. But just, for concealed carry purposes, the Kahr p380, it's a lot smaller, and it's something I'll carry every day. Where the Glock 19, it depends on what I wear. It's harder for me to conceal it than this is. So I know I'll be carrying this every day. So they're both unloaded here. Glock 19, the mag's clear, gun's clear. p380, mag's clear, gun's clear. Once again, I'll show them here side by side. You can see the size difference is just huge. It got maybe an inch down here on the handle, maybe an inch, almost 2 inches maybe on the barrel length here. A little bit thinner p380, but the overall size length difference is quite a bit. Weight, you obviously know the Glock's a fair amount heavier. It's a lot heavier gun though, a lot bigger. p380 is very lightweight. Both are similar, and they have the plastic lowers and metal uppers. I really wish Glock would make a lot smaller ones, very similar to the p380 or even the 9. Similar in size, and I'd definitely get it versus the Kahr to carry on a daily basis. Like I said, I love Glock. It's very, very reliable. I've only had a couple failure to feeds since I've had the gun, and that's been several years. But that's another video on the Glock 19. Back to the Kahr. It's a great little gun, lightweight. It's a good one to carry concealed. Has a plastic bottom, won't get scratched up. I have another Kahr 9mm, all stainless. It's quite a bit heavier, which still it's not a problem. But I just prefer this one for a working gun. Whereas the other one I shoot, just for fun. Got a Black Hawk holster for it here. This was just one that I grabbed when I first got the gun. I think it was about $14, Bass Pro. Fits it, not, as you can see, it's not exactly made for it, but it works great. It is kind of a generic for the very small semi-automatic, but works great inside the waistband holster. I don't know what it's made of, nylon maybe, but anyway, works great. I ordered a mini tuck for the p380. It should be coming here in the next three weeks. I know they're back ordered like 6 weeks right now, so it should be soon. But it's a great holster. I think I like the mini tuck a little better, but this one does the job. Let's see, I've put probably about 350 rounds through this Kahr p380 already. Hand really doesn't get sore with it. Has a great feel, great grip to it. As you can see here, fits in my hand pretty well. Probably my last finger here sticks off, but it just has a great feel to it, as numerous videos have said before. Just the Kahrs have a great feel in general, no matter which one you choose. It's very lightweight, but it doesn't have a lot of recoil. Easy shooting, easy on the hand, even after quite a few rounds. Has less kick than 9mm. Like I said, I chose the 380 just because it's hair smaller than 9mm. A little bit easier to carry. I have several 9mm, and they're great. 380 is great. Concealed carry, you know, the power of a 9 over a 380, yes, it's a little bit more, but, you know, is somebody really going to go, oh yeah, shoot me with the 380? You have somebody attacking you, I don't think they're going to much care about what you carry. 22 may be a little different, but they're not going to look too much, I don't think. Anyway, like I said, great gun. The only complaint I have about the Kahr, the 380 does a hair more than the 9mm I have does, but the 9 does also. I know some people choose not to carry a round in the chamber when they're concealed carrying, just for safety purposes of accidentally hitting the trigger, but that's a personal choice. For those who do not carry a round in the chamber and leave them in the clip, so you put the clip in, you have it in the waistband holster or however you carry, you pull it out when you need it, you pull it back and let go really quick. Obviously the mag's empty right now, so it's going to lock back, but if you pull out your gun, pull it back and let it go really quick, most times with this gun, let me release it here and show you, it'll end up locking right about there where the edge of the casing meets the bullet, gets stuck on that feed ramp most of the time. I found that if you pull it all, when you're trying to do it in a hurry, I found that if you pull it all the way back, stop, and completely let go, instead of trying to do it real quick, it doesn't jam. I know Kahr recommends pulling it back and using the slide release to get the round in the first chamber, or to get the first round in the chamber, and that's accomplishing pretty much I just mentioned, of pulling all the way back and then letting go. But in, you know, a high stress situation of, you know, needing your weapon, are you really going to remember to pull it back and let go all the way? Whereas like the Glock, you pull back and you could, you know, do it as slow as you want and it'll feed pretty much anything. But I usually carry around in the chamber, so it's not much of an issue for me. That would be the only complaint or drawback if somebody chooses not to carry around in the chamber. But other than that, it's a great gun, great shooter, easy to clean. There's numerous videos on how to take these apart, so I won't do it, mainly because time here, and I don't like putting them back together. Little side note, the spring in here, it's a double spring. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get back together. It's a lot easier on the Glock. Kahr is kind of a, some people call it a knockoff of the Glock. Same mechanisms basically, but it does have that double spring, makes it a little bit harder to pull it back as well as to reassemble it because of the strength of that spring. Let me see anything else that hasn't been covered in these videos. There's not a lot of videos on YouTube about the P380. There's a quite a few on the 9mm, which are both great, and I'll probably be making another video on the Glock 19. I'm also going to be making a video for the mini tuck as soon as I get it in the mail. Should be a couple weeks or so. For this one, I know there's a couple, I believe, for the 9mm already, but not the P380, especially with the mini tuck. So we'll check it out in the waistband and see how it does. I'm kind of excited to see how it goes. I like this holster, like I said. The only thing with on your belt, it only has this one support here, so it kind of tends to move around a little bit, but it's in the waistband, so it holds up against your body, doesn't move much. Doesn't really have much retention though, that's the only thing. It is kind of deep in that holster though, so you don't really have much movement. Whereas if you had Glock 19 in it, you know, it'd be sticking way up and you'd have a chance of it falling out. But this one still fits snug tight. It's a good holster. that's about it. If you have any questions about the Glock, or sorry, about the P380 that I did not go over, please just email me or drop a comment on there, and I'll make another video about it. Like I said, there's really not a lot of videos about the P380. There's a couple about shooting them, but not really much in terms of review. So if you have any questions, drop me a line or put a comment on there, and I'll go over that if you're considering this as a concealed carry gun. Alright, thank you very much.